Welcome to Saturday afternoon basketball at Chadwick Court. Wabash TV presents Wabash College Basketball. Hello everyone, alongside Derek Andre, my partner this afternoon, I'm Clayton Randolph. Oberlin comes to Chadwick Court this afternoon, 9-7. Wabash is 9-7. It's going to be a fun one again.
It's going to be a lot of fun. These two teams, they match up very well. They both got size inside, got some perimeter players that can both get the job done. It's going to be a fun one this afternoon, Clayton.
Let's turn back the clock to Wednesday night. DePaul came to Chadwick Court, and really, Derek, Wabash put on a stellar outing, one of their best of the season.
They did. They trailed by up to 11 at one point in the game. You know, I'm a totally partial Wabash fan. I thought it was over. I thought they were done. That's pretty much the last nail in the coffin. If you lose to DePaul, you go back to 2-7. That's a hard road to come back from. Wabash, they're at 3-6. Maybe not the start in the league that they want, but they've got the momentum. Coming in here today, against an Oberlin team they've got a chance to beat. I think this is going to be a good chance for Wabash to get a win, get to 4-6, and be able to build some momentum for the rest of the campaign.
One of the big reasons Wabash defeated DePaul was thanks to freshman Johnny Jager. Johnny had 31 points and really led the team. I mean, he put the team on his back and willed them to victory.
Absolutely. He had 11 in the first half, but came out after the break, had 20 points in the second half. He really took the game over for both teams on both sides of the ball, defensive and offensive. Did some really special things. That's a performance that the fans here in Chadwick Court are going to talk about for decades to come.
This afternoon, though, Oberlin has three guys that average double figures. Nathan Cohen, Jack Poyle, and Randy Ollie. Randy Ollie, Derek, is 6'10" and 240 pounds. He averages 13 points a game.
Absolutely. Randy Ollie's a great player. He can do some work down low. But one thing that I think is promising for Wabash, Ollie averages less than seven rebounds a game. I think that's a statistic that Wabash is going to be able to take advantage of this afternoon with big guys like Daniel Prevlesis and Evan Frank, who both average nearly 9 rebounds a game.
Wabash College Basketball is coming up next, the opening tip-off. Here from Chadwick Court, we're back after this. You're watching Wabash TV and Wabash College Basketball.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Conveniently located in the heart of campus, the Wabash College Bookstore is your first, best source for showing your Little Giant pride. From clothing for him or her, to hats, accessories, gifts, school supplies, and more, the bookstore has it all. Whether you're an alumnus, student, parent, or just a fan, come and visit us to find that special something for the Wabash person in your life. Wabash always fights.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
At the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
Oberlin and Wabash has already played this year. Oberlin beat the Little Giants 59-50 in the first meeting. Daniel Pervlisis had 17 points for the Little Giants to lead the team and 12 rebounds. Camrath chipped in 10 points. The big man in the middle for Oberlin, Randy Ollie, he had 15 points. Jack Poyle and Nathan Cohen finished with 13 points and 10 points, respectively. The big thing, though, that we just learned, Derek, is that Nathan Cohen is not starting tonight.
Yep, Nathan Cohen out with he's a late scratch from today's lineup. He started every game that he's played in this year, but it seems that he has missed the last game and then will also miss the game tonight. So that's a big loss for this Yeomen team, who are losing 13 and a half nearly points of production.
The other thing, too, we'd like to mention as well is that Oberlin did not turn in their starters at the 10-minute mark, which is mandated by the NCAA. The starters have got to be turned in to the bench personnel. Therefore, we will start the game with an administrative technical foul against Oberlin. Wabash will start with a couple free throws. And really, I mean, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 2 quick points, maybe. Maybe.
Well, with the way this team shoots free throws sometimes, it's never a sure thing. But
right.
You're going to be able to send either Jager or Burton, one of the guys that shoots free throws really well. You'll be able to send him up to the line and start out with the ball and 2 points pretty quickly.
About 3 minutes before we tip off here at Chadwick Court. We'll take a break. We're back after this with more Wabash College basketball. You're listening on WNDY and watching on Wabash TV.
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site. And the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of their shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and I mean, it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so I mean, the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do. It's humbling. I mean, there's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these 4 will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us.
We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
Well, as we mentioned, on Wednesday night, Wabash picked up what we would describe probably as a must-win victory against DePaul. Come back from 10 points down, win by 5, thanks in large part to Johnny Jager's 31 points. However, also a few other players that stepped up too. Austin Burton hit 2 big threes, which nothing surprising out of him as a senior. C.J. McMahon, though, he came off the bench and played very well, kind of an additional spark for Coach Bremen.
I've said it for the past few days that I think that beyond Johnny Jager, obviously, with the 31, it seems to me that C.J. McMahon played the biggest role in winning Wabash that game. He came in, he was able to shut down Luke Latner, place a lot of really physical defense, stay out of foul trouble, and prevent Latner from just pulling a Johnny Jager and taking over the game going the other way. So I think that as you said, Clayton, McMahon really played a huge role in ensuring Wabash won the game Wednesday night, a game that they really had to take care of business in.
Which Luke Latner, we know, can take over a game. Last year against Wabash at DePaul, he came in and had 30 himself.
Absolutely. Latner's a special player. He's a guy that can, when he gets hot, he can make everything he looks at. But it was good to see McMahon able to come in, shut him down, and prevent something similar from happening this year.
Yep. We're just ready for the national anthem. Let's turn it over to the Wabash College Pep Band for the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chadwick Court for today's NCAC match. Visiting Yeomen of Oberlin College and your Wabash College Little Giants. At this time, would you please rise and gentlemen remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Now time for the starting lineups. Wabash will go with their normal starters: Johnny Jager, Duncan Roy, Austin Burton, Daniel Pavlisis, and Evan Frank. Oberlin, who's 9-7 and 4-5 in conference play, will start Zach Myers, 6'1" junior guard from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Eli Silverman-Lloyd, a 6'4" freshman guard from Culver City, California. Jack Poyle, who we mentioned in the pregame show, averaging 17 a game, 6'2" junior from Avon. 23, Matt Walker, 6'5" senior from Los Angeles. And 25, Randy Ollie, a 6'10" senior from Evanston. Isaiah Cavaco, the head coach. Well, keys to success tonight, or this afternoon rather, for Wabash, Derek.
I think it comes back to a lot of what we said in the pregame against DePaul. This is a game that Wabash can win. This is a team that Wabash can beat. A lot of the success tonight is going to come down to not making silly freshman mistakes, not turning the ball over, not stepping on the out-of-bounds line randomly, not doing silly stuff like that first. And second, hitting shots from the perimeter. You've got a huge guy down low in Randy Ollie, a guy that's going to be able to compete with Dan and Evan Frank on the low post, and it's going to cause a lot of trouble down low. He did last year whenever Oberlin played Wabash here at Chadwick Court. So you got to expect the same thing again. Again, like we said in DePaul, like we said previously, if Wabash can hit shots from the perimeter, they're going to be able to open up the inside and have some opportunities to get the ball to Evan Frank and Daniel Pavlisis.
You get a good look there at the starting lineups. The ball is being presented today by the Montgomery County Special Olympics players. We're just about set for basketball this afternoon. Kyle Bremen in his second season with the team. He's got Wabash at 9-7, very young squad. Around the conference today, Worcester is at DePaul, Wittenberg is at Allegheny, Kenyon is at Hiram, and Denison is at Ohio Westland. Now we'll have the administrative technical foul here. Johnny Jager will shoot it. That one rolls in. One shot, and we're set to throw it up.
The result from earlier today, Worcester dispatched DePaul 73-56. So at 2 and 8, you've got to figure the Tigers are pretty much out of contention.
Yes. Pervlisis and Ollie in the middle, and Ollie wins it. Big 6'10" center from Evanston. Oberlin are in their black uniforms or gray uniforms, kind of a slate gray with scarlet numerals and gold trim, and a turnover already.
Sharp-looking jerseys for Oberlin.
Nice Nikes. Here's Frank inside, and he traveled. Trying to muscle his way past Ollie. Kind of going to be hard.
Yeah,
240.
Ollie's a big man. There's not too many guys I don't want any part of, but I don't want any part of Randy Ollie.
Yeah. Oberlin down the floor. Here's Silverman Lloyd. They work it around the top of the key. 1-0 our score here. We're 30 seconds into the game. Inside Ollie, guarded by Frank. Ollie flips one up, no good. Here comes Wabash the other way. Inside Pervlisis. Here comes a double team on Daniel. Wabash works it around. Johnny. We have a hold underneath.
And that's one of the things that Daniel Pervlisis offers you. He's such a dynamic player. He can go down low and he can work against the other team's bigs, and they're going to have to commit double teams to him.
Foul's called on Ollie. That's his first early here in the game. Here's Burton, top of the key. Wabash going from left to right if you're listening in on the radio. Jager pulls up from 15. That's something we've become quite accustomed to.
Just knows how to score the basketball. No better way to put it.
Here's Zach Myers. Silverman Lloyd has it. Here's Jack Poyle with the left hand. Down the lane, flips it up off the glass and in.
Nice finish for Poyle. Lots of commotion down there in the lane. He had to dodge a couple guys, but well done to kiss it off the glass there.
It's a tough move by Jack Poyle. Here's Burton dribbling baseline. Into Johnny for a three. That's off as Pervlisis tipped it, but right to Ollie. Silverman Lloyd on Duncan Roy. Goes up and in. Somehow Duncan was able to avoid the foul there.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they didn't call that one. And it looked like Duncan kind of jumped onto Silverman Lloyd.
Burton thought about the three. Finds Johnny top of the key. Johnny threw it away.
Yeah, he's got
layup on the other end. Silverman Lloyd, the freshman. 6-3, 6 quick points from Oberlin. Nice little outburst here from the Yeomen.
For the most part, Oberlin's defensive tactics seems to be stop Daniel Pervlisis. Understandable.
This is real understandable. This is Burton. He gets a high ball screen, turns the corner, goes up, missed the layup. Frank is there. Frank had a block by Ollie, threw it right into the top of his hand. Here comes Oberlin. Much improved from last year, by the way.
Absolutely. Ollie's just so big, he's able to reach over players without fouling them.
Oberlin swings it around inside Ollie. Oh. Pervlisis was trying to block it. He got caught up in there. And I don't know what they're discussing here. Maybe if it was
flagrant, I don't know.
Flagrant, that would be the only thing I would, or if it was on the ground, the ground.
It's interesting to see Evan Frank is a large man, and Randy Ollie is much larger than Evan Frank.
Daniel knew too as soon as he jumped.
Yeah.
Oberlin has it between the circles. 16:45 remains here in this first half. Myers, and a travel by Matt Walker.
That was pretty obvious. Moved both feet a couple of times before he took off.
I was at Oberlin earlier this year to call the football game, and their athletic facilities, outdoor, they put a lot of work into a new football stadium. Very nice.
It's one thing, Oberlin is undisputably one of the best liberal arts schools in the country. You know, we have great academics here at Wabash, but Oberlin is also a nationally renowned school.
Zach Myers from 15 feet hits it, 8-3. Oberlin leads, 16 minutes to play here in the first half. Wabash working it around. Man-to-man defense by Oberlin. This is Burton.
If you tuned into the Kenyon broadcast, we talked about how both Kenyon and Oberlin rarely have very many players from Ohio. Kenyon had one. This year, Oberlin won the battle of people from Ohio. They have two.
Foul's caught underneath on Johnny. Matt Walker will inbound. Calling for the lob to Randy Ollie. It'd be neat to see how he puts one home. Slam a dunk. 8-3, Oberlin leads Wabash.
He can just about stick his arms up and dunk the ball. So.
Yeah. Here's the high-low. Ollie inside and up off the glass and in. Not much Evan Frank could do there. And this is what we talked about, Derek, in the pregame was, you know, somewhat not getting too high and too low. And coming out with a sense of urgency here, and Wabash is down 7 points early.
Absolutely. And I think Oberlin's responded well to the administrative tech. They come out and get rattled off, going basically a 10-2 run with Evan Frank getting the nice little put in there.
10-5, 15 minutes remain here in the first half.
One thing you got to credit Randy Ollie with, about 5 minutes gone here in the first. He's a much improved player from what he was last year. Last year, as I recall, whenever Oberlin came to Chadwick, he got pushed around an awful lot by the Wabash bigs. That hasn't been the case thus far in the game.
Air ball there. Here comes Johnny down the floor. No look pass to Burton for three. That's off. Duncan Roy is there. Ball was knocked away. Evan Frank picks it up and scores. Not very many whistles early. 10-7, Wabash down 3.
Pretty clean basketball thus far.
This is Jack Poyle, who averages 17. We've only seen one bucket out of him. There's a shot up and no good. That was Silverman Lloyd, the freshman from Culver City, California, with the miss.
He's a long way from home.
Him and Matt Walker. Inside, Pervlesis quickly up, no good. Frank is battling for the rebound, and somehow he was able to keep it with the Little Giants. Wow, Evan Frank.
This Oberlin team has some players from all over. There's one from San Francisco, one from Culver City, California, another from Orinda, California, White Salmon, Washington, Los Angeles, Miami, and Fairfax, Virginia.
Jager misses the three, thought he was fouled. Down the floor, Myers missed the layup. Ollie is there and slams it home.
Speaking of putting one back, there
Whoa.
you go.
That was impressive.
That was authoritative.
Yeah, that's a better word for it, better descriptor, authoritative. We haven't seen many of those this year.
No, we haven't. Another 3 inches above Daniel Pervlesis helps with that.
Pervlesis spinning, flipping it up, nowhere near the bucket, and a rebound to Oberlin. That's Scott Miller, 6'1" junior from Orinda, California in there. Timeout, Oberlin. 12-7, Oberlin leads early. 13 minutes remaining. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break too. You're watching Wabash basketball on Wabash TV.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships just being involved on campus, being a leader. All those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Let's take a look at that dunk again by Randy Ollie, the authoritative two-handed slam.
Just had a wide open lane, and when you're 6'10" and have the wingspan to boot, doesn't take a lot of jumping to put the ball through the rim like that. Wow. I'd rather it be Wabash that did such a thing, but it's still pretty impressive to watch. You see the stat there, Clayton. 6-0 on the fast break points. Wabash down by 5. Easy turnovers lead to fast break buckets. So if Wabash can cut down on the turnovers, prolong the offensive possessions, maybe get some better looks, that would help out Wabash a lot.
12-7, 13 minutes to play here in the first half. This is Zach Myers handling the basketball. Ollie flips it. He was looking for a backdoor by Zach Young. Goes out of bounds. Logan White will inbound. Logan White, Johnny Jager, Austin Burton, C.J. McMahon, Marcus Camrath.
It's good
to there for Wabash.
It's good to see Coach Brumlett going back to McMahon today. As we said in the pregame, played a great game on Wednesday night, did a lot of good things. It's good to see that hard work paying off for the junior.
This is Jager to Logan White. McMahon has it, flips it back out. 6 on the shot clock. Burton's got to do something. Create space. Oh, nearly banked in the 3.
It's a Saturday, so the bank's closed, Clayton.
Should say go petition for it to get open. Zach Myers from 18.
Should say a Saturday afternoon.
And they have really come out guns blazing.
Yeah.
Here in this first half.
To some degree, this game's going to be a battle of the backcourts. You've got both teams have good bigs, and it's going to come down to who can make more shots on the perimeter as far as who's going to win the game.
Camrath shields and gets the layup to go. 14-9, 11 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in the first half. Ronald Ryan set to check in for Wabash.
Another guy who puts in good minutes, and it's nice to see that hard work paying off for him as well.
There's Jack Poyle taking it in, offensive foul. Shoved off, using that offhand to create space. Now we're gonna have some substitutions here. Silverman Lloyd checks in. Get a look at that replay here. Watch the forearm.
Yep. It looked like Poyle was trying to use the forearm to some degree to brace himself. He knew contact was coming, and whenever Burton took the step back, the forearm extended. Whether or not it was a total push, you don't know, but the ref's gonna call that every day of the week.
Here's Ronald Ryan. Burton has it on the left wing.
You'd like to see him get going today.
Ronald Ryan in the lane, flips it up, rolled out. Rebound, Matt Walker. Silverman Lloyd is just a freshman, 6'4", 185 pounds. Went to Windward High School in California. There's a dribble in the middle, Zach Young.
One of those from Ohio.
Foul's caught on Camrath. Marcus Camrath picks it up. Zach Young will shoot a pair. Dan Pervlisa set to check in. Young missed the first. There's a look at the foul call. Yeah, he got him.
Yep. Fouls tend to cling to Marcus.
One more for Young, he makes it. Full court pressure here from Oberlin. This is not something you see very often.
Especially not at this stage in the ballgame.
Right, Burton breaks it, and then Young fouls him. (15-9), 10:38 remains. Here in the first half, Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph courtside. This Saturday afternoon contest. Both teams 9-7. Looking to move up in the North Coast Athletic Conference standings. Wabash 3-5 in conference action. Oberlin 4-5.
If everything holds today, Clayton, if Wabash were to win today, you could very easily have 4 or 5 teams at either 4 and 6, excuse me, or at 4 and 6, and then a few at 5 and 5. I mean, you're going to have a bunch of teams there in this middle chunk of the NCAC, and it's anybody's guess how the rest of the season is going to go.
Inside, Pervlesis, and he's fouled by Matt Walker. Duncan Roy will check back in. Ronald Ryan will inbound. They're going to flip it up to Pervlesis. Missed the layup. Rebound, Scott Smith.
Dan scoreless.
Scott Miller, excuse me.
Dan scoreless in this one thus far. That's not something that's good to see if you're a Wabash fan.
Silverman Lloyd about dunked that one. Missed it though, and McMahon hauls it in. CJ back to Pervlesis, and a foul was called. Matt Walker.
If you look down at the Oberlin bench, Clayton, I think that's Nathan Cohen with some sort of eye patch on his left eye.
I don't know what.
You hate to see anything like that happen.
Yeah. Pervlesis at the line, makes the first. Here's the foul call. Let's see here. Oh my. Matt Walker looked straight in the air.
Maybe
didn't he?
Got him on the wrist, kind of.
Oh.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, not sure about that one.
I missed that one. I'll take it, but.
One more for Dan. Made them both.
That's, you hate to say it, that's not something you see every day. Dan Pervlesis making 2 of 2.
Zach Myers brings the ball up the floor. Oberlin playing without their second leading scorer, Nathan Cohen.
He and Ollie both average 13.3 points a game.
Ollie spin moves. Nice move on the baseline. Flips it up with the left hand. Strong move by Randy Ollie. Evan Frank was draped all over him.
As we said earlier, Ollie's playing a much stronger game this year than he did last year around this time in Chadwick.
Zach Moo Young fighting for position on Dan down low. Ronald Ryan has it, flips it inside. Evan Frank back out, Roy for 3. Boom!
Good to see Duncan get going. He went through a prolonged cold streak from behind the arc, but he's shot the ball pretty well over the past 3 or 4 games.
Zach Meyer dribbles the ball around the outside over to Scott Miller. 8:40 remains. Here in the first half, 17-14, Oberlin leads by 3. Meyer thought about the 3. Back out, now we'll shoot a 3. That's good! Zach Moo Young from Westchester, Ohio, the junior, knocks down a tray. 20-14, lead extends back to 6.
Zach Moo Young, he's 44% free throw shooter on the year. That's a pretty good statistic.
Inside, Pervlesis flipped it up there with the left hand, missed it. Randy Ollie was right there in his face. Here's Scott Miller. Oberlin's very patient, Derek.
They are. It's, as I would say, is indicative of the type of guys they have at the school. They're playing a very cerebral type of basketball. Lots of passes, lots of thinking. You can see almost the wheels turning inside all of the guys' heads to some degree.
Now we're going to get a look at a call here. I don't know what they're looking at. That's that was the 3 from the previous play.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't think that would be the one they're looking at.
Yeah. Maybe they're looking at whether it was a 2 or a 3. That toe, the right foot looks like it's on the line to me. I don't see daylight between the line and the foot.
I don't know if they can zoom in on that either. Get a look at it again. That foot looks like it's on the line.
Yeah. And to me, that's definitive.
That's close.
Yeah, I mean, we're as leaned in as we can get it.
They're going to keep it as a 3.
Yeah.
Not enough evidence to overturn that. That's all right. Call stands 20-14. No. 20-14, 7:50. Remains here in the first half. Get a look at the Wabash College pep band there, led by Jim Swift. They do a fantastic job, don't they?
They really do. They're small in number, but they're not small in sound.
Scott Miller inside to Randy Ollie.
You've got a little bit of everything over there. You've got some students, you've got some professors, you've got some youth from around the community. It's a great thing to see.
Very interesting combination. Ronald Ryan has the basketball. Wabash down by 6 points. Looking for some scoring here. We haven't seen much of Johnny Jager. He's set to check back in. He's been out for a while.
It's a bit surprising.
Frank from 15, got it.
It's nice to see Evan pull the trigger pretty quickly from out around the free throw line. He was able to catch Ollie on his heels and get a shot over him.
Oberlin works it around. Wabash in their man-to-man defense. This is, I'm still trying to fathom the improvement Oberlin has over the last year. I mean, last year they were nothing near like this.
They're a good basketball team. I mean, there's not much other way to put it, especially when you've got a guy that's as large as Randy Ollie, who's just going to create havoc down low.
Offensive foul on Randy Ollie, and he knew it. He just kind of ran into... Who was that? Was that McMahon down there or Austin Burton?
It looked like to me it was McMahon, but
we'll get a look at that one again. Here, next dead ball, we'll get a look at it. 6:38 remains. Wabash down by 4. Johnny Jager back into the game, handling the basketball. Man-to-man defense.
Pretty good student section over there today.
Randy Ollie's going to stay in with 2 fouls. Pervlesis being double teamed. Wabash swings it around. Frank, 3 on the shot clock. Pervlesis fires off the glass and in.
That's not a shot Dan likes to take. He's not great with that mid-range jumper. He'd much rather be a little closer to the basket, able to throw up a little hook shot or something to that effect. But, you know, it's nice to see those go in sometimes.
Under 6 minutes to play. Here's a 3. And it hits the backboard and goes in. Out of bounds, excuse me. Coach Brummo wanting Randy Ollie to get another foul. Here it is. It was McMahon, yeah. He was waiting and then Ollie just stops. Just bulldozed him.
Yeah, and CJ's not a small guy. He's got some heft to him, so he's more than capable of taking a charge.
Burton a long 3, that's long. Rebound, Pervlesis, and he tried to throw it back to Duncan Roy, and it goes out of bounds. We're going to get a sub. Marcus Camrath will check in. This is a good matchup, Camrath and Randy Ollie.
Yeah, 2 guys that are both
6'9", 6'10".
Well, I think the better one, 220 and 240. Now, Randy Ollie's got 20 extra points. Marcus is not a small guy, though. I mean, he's got big, broad shoulders, and he's a big body.
Ollie has the ball down low, going to work on camera. Spins, hooks, and scored with the left hand. Fans wanted to travel.
That's just another.
I don't think he walked. Didn't look like it.
It didn't look like to me either. It looked like he just spun on that left pivot foot. But again, that's another really strong move for Randy Ollie, a guy who's figured out how to use his size to some degree to be a much stronger basketball player.
Tough defense from Oberlin. Wabash gets the rebound back thanks to Camrath's hustle. Burton in the corner, Jager a 3. Missed it, and
Oberlin's packing the paint against Wabash right now, just daring them to shoot the three more.
Ollie gets a foul call. They just let it get too physical down low. You know, Camrath and Ollie are going at it hard down low. I mean, there's got to be a foul there somewhere. You can't lock arms.
Yeah, it's got to be a foul on somebody. You know, and you never like to see games like this get out of hand. And thankfully, it's not a rivalry game between these two teams, so you're not going to see too much animus built up headed into the game. Now, if this was the DePaul game Wednesday night, there might be some problems.
But we've seen that before in games too.
Absolutely.
Ollie misses the first.
You'll see games where the referees will let the game get out of hand and something bad will happen.
Good thing that Duncan got a hand up on that. 4:28 remaining here in the first half. Wabash College's Media Center presents Wabash College basketball Saturday afternoon.
You see on the bottom of your screen a statistic: Wabash typically doesn't lose points in the paint. Wabash trailing 14-6 in that category. That's not something that Coach Brummett likes to see his team trailing.
Jager gets the high ball screen from Pervlesis. Over to Burton. Austin. That's a kicked ball. It'll stay with Wabash. 23-18 our score. 4:08 remains here in the first half. Pervlesis. Inside, Camrath, up and in! Right over Matt Walker.
Camrath got the mismatch down low on Moo Young, so it's something that you're going to see Wabash go to, I think, with Ollie out of the game. You'll see him go down low to the big man, especially with Oberlin running this 2-3 zone.
Silverman Lloyd has the ball out front. Get it inside, back out to Matt Walker. 2 on the shot clock. Moo Young puts it up. Did it hit? We have a shot clock violation.
Yeah, it looked like to me that ball hit the bottom of the backboard and never actually hit the iron.
Not sure about that one. A tough one to call. Here's Jager. Johnny, and Zach Myers is called for the foul.
Oberlin foul number 2, Zach Myers, his first.
You can't make contact like that at midcourt. If you want to go down low and you want to bump around a little bit, that's fine. That's just a silly foul.
It is. Why would you guard like that out from, 50 feet from the basket?
Hey, Johnny Jager's not Steph Curry. I don't know if you watched the Pacers game last night.
I did.
But
My goodness.
Steph and Curry, he's special. Maybe maybe he can make that shot. No offense, Johnny, but Johnny's not going to make that shot. So,
nor is he going to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Steph Curry. Funny thing about that shot was Steph lined it up. I mean, he knew what he was going to do, lined it up, and then knew it went in after he released it.
Yeah. Oh, he's
that guy's tougher nails.
I'll be the first one to say I don't watch a ton of Pacers games. I watched some of that game last night mostly just to watch Golden State.
Tough move by Jager. Misses the layup, and a foul is called on Marcus. Johnny's having some of that lag from Wednesday.
His back must still hurt.
Johnny is 1 for 6 with 3 points thus far. Austin Burton is 0 for 5. Daniel Pervlesis is 1 for 6. Wabash is only shooting 29%.
Score update from around the NCAC. Hiram embarrassing Kenyon right now, 37-14. It's a tight one in Denison as well. Ohio Wesleyan 35, Denison 33.
Matt Walker with the fade. 2:35 remaining. Jager back to Burton. Inside, here comes the double team for Pervlesis, and we have a 3-second call. 30, Evan Frank was in the lane.
It's gone final in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Allegheny falls to Wittenberg 67-52. That'll send Wittenberg to 7-3 in the conference. Allegheny falls to 2-8. So you got to figure the Gators are out of this one as well.
So now both DePaul and Allegheny at 2-8. Burton with the steal. Burton missed the layup.
And those are the kind of baskets you got to make. Whenever you have a wide open layup like that, you've beaten the chasers, if you will. You got to complete those. Those are easy buckets.
Randy Ollie, and we have a foul on Evan Frank. Frank still trying to figure out how to guard the 6'10" senior.
His first team 7.
It'll be 1-1 for Oberlin. Both teams are now in the bonus. 23-20 our score here at Chadwick. Oberlin leads by 3.
Seems like Hiram's going to get back to winning ways, having dropped 3 straight in conference play.
Ollie nails the first free throw. One more. Get a look at this foul call. You see Evan put a hand in there.
Just with the left hand hooks him.
Any way you can stop him, right?
He's going to score. May as well make him score the hard way. Ollie, a 60% free throw shooter on the year. Pretty good for a big man.
He's 3 for 4 this afternoon. 25-20.
That stat will creep up then.
Johnny from 18, no good. Evan Frank is there. Missed the layup. And Randy Ollie corrals the board.
It's a wonder with Wabash having missed so many layups and so many putbacks that they're only down 5 in this game.
Off the glass with the left hand, Jack Poyle. Tough move.
Poyle making me a liar, make that 7.
I believe this is the largest lead of the game for Oberlin. And then we have a foul underneath. Matt Walker, that's his 3rd.
To some degree, Daniel Pervlesis is a lot like Randy Ollie, just minus 3 inches. He's such a dynamic player, there aren't too often many ways to stop him besides fouling.
Evan Frank checks out. Daniel will go to the line. He's got 1-1.
Dan up to 46% on the year from the free throw line.
Made it. Now his stroke looks pretty good right now. You get a look at the foul call.
You see Dan going down low and going to work, and just too much pushing down low.
A lot of reaching around as Pervlesis makes 1 of 2.
That's more like it.
27-21. 1:12 remaining here in this first half at Chadwick Court. Ollie has the ball out front. Here's Poyle with it.
Ollie's not in any way a threat to shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Move, flips it up, tried to draw the foul. Marcus Camrath grabs it. Here comes Wabash down the other end.
Randy Ollie shooting 0% from behind the arc this year.
McMahon for 3. That's an air ball. Here's Poyle down the floor. Pull up 3. That's short. And the rebound to Jaeger. About a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock, and we have a double foul called. A foul on Randy Ollie and then a foul on Camrath.
That is Ollie's 3rd.
And Camrath will check out. Evan Frank will come in. That is Cam's 3rd. I believe that's Ollie's 3rd too.
It is.
Jaeger will inbound.
That's one thing that Wabash has done a good job of. They've gone down low here in the first half and gotten Ollie into foul trouble. He'll stay out there with 20 seconds to go, though.
4-second differential as Pervlesis flips it up, missed, and Jack Poyle grabs the rebound. Shot clock is off, 7 seconds. Poyle has it, averaging 17 a game to Ollie. A 3-pointer by the big man.
That's his first of the year. And we see why that's the only one of the year.
That's halftime, 27-21. Oberlin leads the Little Giants going into half. Back with more right after this. You're watching Wabash College basketball. on Wabash TV.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
27-21 here at halftime. Chadwick Court, Derek Andre courtside for you. Clayton stepped away from the desk, but we got a special show for you here this halftime. Got some really special people, Special Olympians out here. They're gonna put on a little show for us here at the half. We're gonna call it same as we would any other game. I think we'll get about 8 to 10 minutes of these guys. This is gonna be a lot of fun. The boy team wins the tip. Stolen away now. Across the timeline. Shame we don't have a roster for these guys. 15 feet, no good off the backboard. Rebound to the boys. They'll come the other way with it. Back between the circles. Into the paint, he drives. Goes down low, down the low post. Looking to kick it back out to the top. Stolen away! And the girls will come the other way with it. Stolen back. Oh, my. We need to sign these people up. Teach Johnny Jager how to pick somebody's pocket. Nice little crossover dribble there. And from 8 feet, down low, no good. Rebound to the boys. Gets his own rebound, puts it up again, no good. And the big man's got it. He's gonna pull up from the baseline, no good off the front iron. And the girls are gonna come the other direction with it. Every spring, I should say winter, Wabash does put on a Special Olympics tournament. I believe it's the Sigma Chi House that organizes that most years. I personally have done some refereeing for that. It's a lot of fun. It's always a great thing to see these athletes come out and blocked. Oh my, that was great. Wow. Guy looks like Dan Pervalisis out there. They could just find him. He's on the, oh, the girls stole it back. My word. Thrown over toward the out of bounds line. That's out of bounds. Boys will come away with it. The boys to inbound. And they'll cross midcourt with it. Into the lane. Coach yelling out from the paint. No good. Rebound. Got his own rebound. Still no good. Got his own rebound again. Again off the back iron. Oh my. So close. And can't really see. Tom Runge gets me boxed up. Oh, there we go. LeBron James. Right here. Coach calling for passes down low. And then over to the three-point line, dribbling it still. Back up top to the free throw line, thrown away. And the boys will come the other direction with it. Fast break now. He'll kick it back out top. Down low into the paint, thrown up, runner, no good. 15 feet, no good. That one off the backboard. 15 feet again, free throw, no good. And And the girls across the timeline go back up to the top of the key. Into the lane she drives, puts up a shot. No good off the backboard. Rebound to the boys. Into the paint he goes, to the big man, no good, gets his own rebound. Rebounded to the girls. They'll come the other direction with it. And this is great to watch. This is a lot of fun. And no good off the iron, saved from going out of bounds. The boys will come the other direction with it. No good from deep. Still batted around. No good for the big man. Oh, and the fast break. Here she goes. Coming the other way with it. Ready to get a... We're going to have a little bit of a special treat. Dylan Cycle on to join me, public address announcer. Dylan, are you enjoying this as much as I am?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Derek. This is a...
It's always, it's always great to see the Special Olympians out here. They always do such a great job fighting through adversity. Great runner there. Nice little layup down low.
Well, over the past 5 years, they've been helping out. Wabash athletes have been helping them refereeing this game. As you see, 2 track runners helping out today. But it's a great cause.
Really is. Every year, as we've said, the Wabash puts on the Special Olympics basketball tournament. I believe it's the regional tournament. So it's always a lot of fun. Great day here at the Allen Athletic Center when all the Special Olympians are in attendance. And stolen away there. Pass thrown away.
Looking up.
See if he can't get the ball forward out to the three-point line. 4-3.
That's a 3.
No good off the iron. Rebound by the girls.
That was a close one there, Derek.
That was. And the girls will cross midcourt out between the circles. She'll head into the paint. And stolen away. And this
we've
young
got some
man's
hockey
gonna
subs coming
hang
on.
Oh, let's see. Oh, got a new guy out there.
Just missed. Got the rebound.
Yep. And he'll go back out top from 12 feet. No good. Rims out. Now, Dylan, you do the public address here in Chadwick Court. You also played basketball last year.
Yes, I did.
Wabash trailing 27-21 here at the half. If you were Coach Brummett, what are you telling the guys in the locker room right now?
Oh, well, the post defense is not great right now. They're not getting some calls underneath. Ollie's kind of using his arms a little aggressively, hooking guys. But, just got to stay focused and keep rebounding and keep pushing the ball. That's something that they can do well.
Ball into the paint. No good. Rebound by the girls. They'll get it back. Cross back.
Oh, a 4-footer.
No good. Batted out again. 8 feet. No good. That's an air ball. Rebound by the boys. And that's going to do it for us here with the Special Olympians.
Well, Derek, it was a pleasure joining you.
Dylan, it's always nice to have you. I'll see you back at the house.
Of course.
We're going to take another
Conveniently
break.
located in the heart of campus.
We'll come back with halftime stats, scores, updates, all of that stuff from around the league. With 6:30 to go here in halftime, Wabash trails at the break, 27-21 here on Wabash TV.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
At the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
see the Special Olympic players having a good time during halftime here at Chadwick Court, where Oberlin leads 27-21. It was a dismal shooting performance for Wabash. They shot 25% in the first half, 12.5% from downtown. Oberlin led for 18 minutes in the first half, led by as many as 7. And it was really just points in the paint, Derek. 16 points in the paint for Oberlin, 8 for Wabash.
Well, it really is, and that's a statistic that you've got to figure is going to be competitive. Typically, it's not with the Little Giants with guys like Frank and Pervlesis and Camrath and Logan White. Typically, Wabash wins that statistic. Today, with a guy like Randy Ollie, who's 6'10" and the size of me and you combined.
Right.
That's got to be you're going to figure that's a statistic that's going to be competitive, but you don't want to see yourself getting doubled up like that.
And Wabash, as you get a look there at the stats for the half, you know, hadn't really turned the ball over a lot. Oberlin has 8 turnovers, but they have held Jack Poyle in check. Poyle only has 4 points, and he's their leading scorer at 17 a game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the damage today has been done by Randy Ollie. 11 points thus far, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line. He's done a lot of damage. He's going to work down low. Wabash not getting as many calls as you heard Dylan say on the break. Wabash not getting some of the calls they'd like to get, but you're not going to get those all the time.
Nope, you're not going to get them all the time. Let's see what the second half holds for us. Oberlin shot 45.8% in the first half. They only made 1 of 5 from downtown. Not a whole lot of action, a lot different than Wednesday night. The atmosphere's different, the feel of the game's different. You can just feel Wabash is just lagging just a little bit, just behind, you know, just a half step slow, and that's making all the difference.
This team is definitely one that responds well to Chadwick whenever it's popping, but it responds, I won't say poorly, but they don't respond as well when Chadwick's not as loud and as raucous.
Sphinx Club was able to make it out this afternoon. We'll take a break. The second half is coming up next on Wabash TV.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
At Arlington National.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus. I've discovered in myself, you know, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
Wabash will start with the ball here in the second half. Johnny Jager has it. Pervlesis inside, back out, Burton. Wabash, though, Derek, they've got to get some outside shots going. Missed a lot of layups there in the first half.
Absolutely, whenever you're only 25% from the field, but I think the bigger number, 12.5% from behind the arc. That's abysmal. You know, that's not going to make a team take the outside shooters seriously. They're going to be able to pack the paint and really complicate things for Pervlesis and Frank down low.
Another missed layup there. Here's Oberlin. They lead by 6 here to start the second half. Silverman Lloyd backs down, missed the bunny. Rebound Dan. Need Johnny to get going too.
Absolutely. Only 3 points thus far, and one of those was off of the administrative tech.
Pervlesis back out, they swing it around. Burton thought about it, dribbles in, jump stops, goes up, missed it. And a fight for the ball, it's Jack Poyle who comes away with it.
You know, Clayton, you said it, those are the shots that you got to make if you're Wabash, trying to come back from a deficit.
Poyle has it. All the way to the rim, flips it up, oh, put some English on it.
And that's just a good play by a good player.
Jack Poyle, whoo. 18:30 to play here in the second half. Largest lead of the game, now 8, and a turnover. And Johnny threw it right off of, I believe that was Pervlesis in there.
Not entirely sure why he didn't take that shot. He went up alone, he had a good look. Didn't feel comfortable, I don't know. Those are shots we're used to Johnny taking, so.
Oberlin working it around. There's Matt Walker. 5 on the shot clock. Inside, Randy Ollie. This is the guy they want to have it. Fade away from 18 feet at the buzzer. Wow. Randy Ollie.
Just a good play.
Timeout, Wabash.
Good shot. I mean, what do you say?
Wabash down 10 again, just like they were Wednesday night.
Ollie's he's 6'10", and he's able to take a step back, and he's so much longer than everybody else on the floor. He's able to hit those fadeaway shots.
Let's talk about your keys, though, Derek, to the second half. How does Wabash come away now down 10 with a victory?
I think step one, you've got to shoot the ball better. We say this every game. It seems like we're beating a dead horse, but it's the truth. This team has to shoot the ball better from behind the arc. Whenever you've got a guy like Randy Ollie down low, who can play, defense on his own. He can take care of either Frank or Pervlesis. If Wabash was able to make teams play more honestly around the perimeter, they'd be able to open up things for the other, kind of pair, the other part of the pairing between either Pervlesis or Frank, one or the other. If you want to follow Wabash Athletics on Twitter, that's at Wabash Athletics. You can get all the scores, highlights, updates, everything you want to know about the Wabash Athletic Department. That's at Wabash Athletics on Twitter.
31-21, 17:45 to play here in the second half. Just not the start that Coach Brummett wanted.
Especially in a winnable game. This is a game that...
Well, actually, a lot of these now are Wabash holds their own key.
Exactly.
They need W's.
Exactly, and I don't think that, hosting a conference game is not out of the realm of possibility. Wabash gets Hiram here. They go to Oberlin on Wednesday night. If they could win those games with a win here, that would be 4 wins in a row, and those are some big games.
Pervlesis up over his head, and it just won't go down.
Wabash in the next 4 games has Oberlin here. So if they could win this, if they could pull out a win today, though they're down 10, go to Wittenberg Wednesday, the College of Worcester next Saturday, and Hiram College here the following Wednesday, I believe.
We have a foul call. Randy Ollie going up. It's going to be against Wabash. Pushed him in the back, they say. Official Clint Cochran. Dan Beaucamp, Jason Enrique, and Clint Cochran are officials this afternoon.
Hiram College is next Friday night, I believe.
Kind of a weird schedule.
Yeah, you don't usually play many games on Friday nights in college basketball. You get a look at the replay here. Ollie goes in. Yeah, pretty clearly Evan gets over and gets him on the arm. So can't argue much with that.
Nope. 17:04 remaining. As Ollie missed them both.
He's usually a pretty good free throw shooter, at least for a big man.
Jager from 15, in and out, again in and out. Rebound, Silverman Lloyd.
And that's a half an inch from going in. You can't shoot the ball that much better. So just unfortunate it's not going down today.
This is Matt Walker. Oberlin leads by 10 here at Chadwick Court. 10 on the shot clock. We work it around. Meyer has it. He's going to get a ball screen and a three. That's good. 3-point basket. Zach Meyer.
Wabash scoreless in the last roughly 8 minutes of play, dating back into the first half.
34-21, largest lead of the game.
It's a big possession for Wabash.
Burton has it. These guys got to be ready to start pulling the trigger on some of these shots. Roy, here's a three. Bullseye! Timeout, Wabash.
Big for Duncan and big for Wabash. They need to start shooting the ball better from the perimeter just in general, but they've got to make shots from outside in this game.
34-24. Find more campus and community event videos if you go to our YouTube channel, Wabash College YouTube channel. If you're Coach Brummett, what are you telling the guys here? Down 10.
Get stops, it sounds silly, but make somebody other than Randy Ollie beat you. Randy Ollie's beaten you all day. He's gotten 13 on you. Whether it's Jack Poyle, whether it's somebody else, Poyle is their leading scorer. You got to make somebody besides Ollie beat you thus far, at this point in the game.
We're under 16 minutes to play now here in the second half. Here's a backdoor cut. Silverman Lloyd, tough, strong move. Duncan Roy was all over, man. Freshman to freshman, and Lloyd wins that battle.
You watch Randy Ollie come down the floor. He's calling the plays.
Here's Zach Myers with the basketball. Turns the corner over to Matt Walker. Walker, miscommunication there. He throws it away. He wanted a backdoor. Threw it right to Austin Burton. Jager called for an offensive foul.
And those are the mistakes that you can't have when you're trailing by 12. You can't give up possession that easily and in that way whenever you're down by this many points.
Ronald Ryan and Marcus Camerath into the game. (36-24). Here's a look at the call. Yep. Same thing they got one of the Oberlin guys on earlier.
Can't lower your shoulder.
And extend that arm. Ollie has it out front. Ollie wide open inside. Spin. Camerath was there. Off the glass and in with the right hand. Pretty move by Randy Ollie.
He's just bigger and longer than everyone else on the court. And this year he's playing like he's bigger and longer than everyone else on the court.
Ollie has 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Camerath inside, 6'9", over 6'10", and misses the hook. Jack Poyle down the floor. Wabash has held everybody else in check. Poyle only has 6 points.
Ollie, though, he's done a very good job today.
Here's a three by Poyle. That's good. Oh, man.
That's a pretty shot right there.
5 of 6 here in this half. They've made their buckets.
Little step back pull up for Poyle.
Shooting 55%. Here's Burton for 3. That's good.
And those are the shots that Wabash has to start taking. You've got to chip away at this lead somehow.
13:55 remaining, 41-27. Largest lead of the game was just a moment ago. It was a 17-point lead for Oberlin. Haven't seen that much here at home. Here's Randy Ollie dribbling baseline up, and he was fouled by Camerath.
You don't see Wabash get blown out in Chadwick Court very often. especially not to teams that they very easily could beat.
Oberlin 9-7, Wabash 9-7. Excuse me, Wabash 9-6. Trying to move up in the conference standings. Oberlin right now, they sit at 5th. There's a look at the foul.
That's Marcus's 4th, so he'll head to the bench perhaps indefinitely. Score updates from around the league. Ohio Wesleyan leads 48-43 over Denison. 17-17 to go in the second half with that one. Hiram over Kenyon, 15:35 to go. 63-37. Kenyon's made up some pretty significant ground, though. They were down 25-6 at one point.
So Hiram is leading that one. Oberlin needs Hiram to lose here, so Oberlin can jump up in that number 4 spot.
That number 4 spot huge as you get a host first round conference game.
Burton drives, and we have a foul off the ball on Matt Walker. That's his 4th.
The top 8 teams do make it into the conference tournament, though, so as long as Wabash is able to keep their noses pretty clean the rest of the way, they ought to be able to take care of business in that regard.
Randy Ollie back into the game. Walker takes a seat. Ollie has 3 himself. Here's Ronald Ryan. Ryan turns the corner. Oh, a little hesitation up and in, right over Randy Ollie.
Pretty little runner there for Ron. He's a smooth basketball player who would be playing a lot more if it wasn't for Johnny Jager. He's a good ball player.
43-29 now. 13 minutes remain. Wabash just doesn't have an answer right now for Ollie.
Nope. Again, that's the thing. Wabash has got to make someone who's not named Randy Ollie beat him.
5 on the shot clock. Scott Miller misses the long one.
Austin.
Ronald Ryan up the floor.
Burton's done a good job all day long on Poyle.
Burton against Ollie.
Great finish there. So if they could figure out a way to slow down Randy Ollie, because I don't think you're going to stop him. I think he's so big you're not going to stop him completely. But if they could slow him down here in the second half, that's going to give Wabash the best chance to come back.
Nice little run here for Wabash. They cut into that 17-point lead. It's now 12. We're back after this on Wabash TV.
Division III allows you to be able to give yourself to other things. Not even just participate in them, but really get involved with them if you want to.
There's a lot of interaction. It's not just sitting back, taking notes. You're actually doing hands-on things and better preparing yourself for your major.
Choosing a Division III school, I've had the opportunity to develop my leadership skills and to be more involved on campus.
Division III in athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
And to have opportunity to have time to join clubs and being able to play basketball, it allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Big thanks to our media center team here helping produce this afternoon's show. I'd like to say hi to Daryl Brummett. That would be Coach Brummett's parents listening in from Cincinnati.
I will say hello to my grandparents. They're listening in down home in Sullivan. I don't know if mom and dad are listening. They don't tell me these things.
If you are listening to this afternoon's broadcast, we'd like to know and where you're from. You can email me at ccrandall16@wabash.edu. That's CC Randall, R-A-N-D-O-L 16@wabash.edu as Zach Myers knocks down another triple.
Kim Johnson, I believe she's Director of Communications and Marketing. Is that her title? She's listening in. I received your email, Kim. Thank you very much.
Missed shot again, a rebound by Randy Ollie. Zach Myers with 12 on the shot clock. Wabash still in their man-to-man. 8-6-5 on the shot clock. Here's Poyle. Poyle looking for some room, gets what he needs, fires and scores! Jack Poyle from deep. Lead is now 18 for Oberlin.
Poyle's had 12 very quietly in this one. And a couple of them have become in late shot clock situations where he's had to throw up a three.
Burton misses. Evan Frank rebounds. In the corner, Roy. That's long. Rebound, Pervlisis off the glass.
Unfortunately for Wabash, they're not really a team of three-point shooters. They've got some guys that can make them, but that's not their go-to. So whenever you get in games like this where you've got to really start making threes, it's a little tough to make that transition into that style of play.
Backdoor, Poyle was fouled.
Duncan Roy actually that's his third foul. Two of them, though, have been actually pretty smart fouls. That one on Poyle, making him go to the line, earn two the hard way. Then he had one down low on the opposite end in the first half on Randy Ollie, did the same thing.
Poyle misses the first. Here it is. Maybe that elbow caught him there on the back.
I think that he goes up and maybe gets him on the arm. I'm not entirely sure on what exactly the call was, but
makes one of two, 50-33 now. 10:40 remains here in the second half. We're courtside, Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph. Wabash has not shot the ball well thus far as Ronald Ryan airballs a runner. Evan Frank grabs the rebound. And he has to kick it back out. 15 on the shot clock. Burton, and he's fouled. Wabash will inbounds to Frank. In the corner, Ryan. Ryan looking to get inside the lane. Here's Pervlisis inside, and he's fouled.
That's Randy Ollie's fourth.
Let's see who they give it to, though. It could be on Silverman Lloyd. No, it is Randy Ollie. It is his fourth.
That's, I think, Wabash's best chance of getting into this one. They've got to go inside, take it right at Randy Ollie. That's his fourth foul of the game. And the best chance they've got is to make sure he's on the bench for as long as possible.
Randy Ollie talking to the official, Jason Enrique.
Pretty clearly with the left arm on, just cuts right across Pervlisis as he's going up.
That one is missed, and Zach Myers grabs the rebound. Wabash needs a defensive stop here. Look at that, 23% from downtown. Oberlin shooting 50. Inside, Ollie going up and fouled and nearly made the bucket. Evan Frank doing everything he can to try and slow down Ollie.
That would have been just about a dagger for Wabash. Down 16 already. If Ollie would have completed a three-point play there, that just is going to suck a lot of the oxygen out of this room.
Ollie will shoot two. Wabash just can't make a shot. Ollie, first one is good. Johnny Jager gonna come back in. Here's the replay on that one.
Updates from Sullivan, Clayton. My mother says yes, they are listening.
I also like to say hi to assistant coach Pat Sullivan's parents, who are also listening from Cincinnati, as Ollie makes both, and he makes some sort of hearing motion after he makes those, and he's still doing it. As he walks down the bench, just setting himself up for the student section.
Plenty of abuse.
Get on him.
Plenty of abuse. Not really sure what the point of that is. You're up by 18 at this point.
Here's Pervlisis off the glass.
Make that 16. You'd like to see Wabash go on a little run here, trim the deficit up with 9.5 to go.
Here's Zach Myers. Oh, he finds a wide open. Oh, and a block by Pervlesis.
Huge play there.
Climb the ladder, big fella.
Wabash needs a 3. Get the ball to Burton in the corner.
Burton thought about it, takes it all the way to the rim. Tough move, and he was fouled. Scott Miller picks it up. That's his second. The lead is 16 for Oberlin. 52-36. Austin Burton at the line. He rolls out the first one.
And you got to make your free throws. When you're down by 16 points, that's just something that you got to do.
Wabash 5 of 9 from the free throw line for 55.6%.
Easy points from the charity stripe. They don't call it that for nothing.
Austin makes 1 of 2. 9:07 remains. Ronald Ryan getting a lot of good minutes here in this one. This is Silverman Lloyd to Myers. Matt Walker has it now against Pervlesis. Backs him down, up off the glass with the right hand.
Walker's not a small guy. He certainly gets overshadowed by Randy Ollie, who's huge. But Walker's not small in his own right.
Ryan to the rim, high off the glass and scores. Tough shot by Ronald Ryan.
Walker, a 6'5", 230-pound senior out of Los Angeles, California.
Myers wraps it around to Walker inside and turn it over. Duncan Roy comes out of the fray with it.
A little bit of a run here from Wabash.
In the corner, Burton.
That's a huge shot.
Lead back down to 12. It was as much as 18. And a timeout, Isaiah Camico. It's a full timeout. Wabash on their own little strong run. Cuts the deficit to 12, 54-42 with 8 minutes to play. Saturday afternoon basketball on Wabash TV. Wabash on their own little strong run here to cut the deficit to 12. It was as much as 18 points. But Austin Burton hits a 3 here to cut it. And they need some strong play out of the guards, out of everybody really. Nobody's been able to hit anything tonight, this afternoon.
32% from the field, Oberlin shooting over 55, nearly 56%. That's a lot of the story in this game. Wabash doing a good job right now. Randy Ollie on the bench with 4 fouls. Oberlin trying to conserve him for the last few minutes, you have to assume. He has 19 points in this game, so Wabash doing a good job of going down low whenever they've got the size advantage and trying to take advantage of that.
You get a look there at the Brummett family.
Ollie back in there now.
Here we go.
With 4 fouls.
Well, if he fouls out, Derek, that's a big blow.
Oh, that's huge. Wabash was able to really take advantage of the time that he wasn't in there.
Zach Myers knocks it in.
Junior guard from Kalamazoo. He's a pretty good player.
He's got 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Here's Ronald Ryan. Ronald has put in some good minutes while he's been in.
A lot of good work from Ron today.
Burton for 3. In and out.
And Wabash needs shots like those to go in at this point. Down by 14.
Myers has it. Out front, gets it to 6'10" Randy Ollie. He gets a strong boo. Chadwick Crazies.
We'd like to see Wabash go down low the next time they can. See if you can't get the ball in Pervlesis' hands, get him going against Randy Ollie.
Lloyd up and in. Eli Silverman Lloyd, the 6'4" freshman from Culver City. A little fadeaway. 58-42, it's back to 16.
Ollie's all over Dan down low.
This is Jaeger. Johnny hadn't been able to get much. Ryan, and he's called for a foul. Excuse me, that's going to be on Eli Silverman Lloyd. Ryan tried to get to the rim and was fouled. There's Coach Bremmett trying to figure out how to get his guys cut into this lead. 58-42. Jaeger to Burton, another three. That's short. And we have a whistle. And
I don't know about that one, Clayton.
It's called out of bounds.
Okay.
Jason Enrique on the call. 6:20 remaining. Ball's turned over.
Wabash kicks out to him.
Here's Ryan
Good
in the
little
lane.
runner from Ryan. Rebound to Dan. It's a good rebound for Dan.
Burton has it. Dribbling baseline. Into the corner. Roy to the rim. Just kind of flips it up there.
And he was trying to draw contact. Didn't come.
When you initiate the contact, you are not going to get the call.
No.
58-42, 5:37 remaining here in the second half.
If anything, the call's going to go against you.
Ball goes out of bounds, 16 on the shot clock. Here it is. Here is the call. The ball going over the backboard. Let's see here. Do we get enough of it? It goes up and just cuts out of our picture. I don't know about that one. The way Dan caught it makes it look like, and the ball falls right to Scott Miller inside for a layup.
Down 18. It's almost to desperation time for Wabash.
Jaeger. Here's a long three. That one's off. Rebound, Randy Ollie.
Those are the shots, as we said, that need to go in. When they don't, well, Wabash might not be long for this game.
60-42, under 5 minutes to go now. Inside, Ollie was tipped it, got it back, lost it, and then Austin Burton comes up with the steal. Burton to Ronald Ryan, they swing it around. Ryan attacking the rim, up, he was fouled.
They're just about walked out here on the perimeter.
So Ronald will go to the line, he's got two. First one is up, and that's long.
Free throws, Clayton. 55% from the line is not good enough.
Look at the foul by Jack Poyle, got him on the arm. 6 of 11 from this charity stripe this afternoon. And timeout, Wabash. 30-second timeout for Little Giants. Down 17 points with 4:37 remaining. Somehow, Derek, they got to figure out a way to make this better.
You've got 4:37 to go. You're to the point now of desperation, Clayton. You're down 17 with not a ton of time left. I mean, there's plenty of time, but you've got to get so many stops. It seems to me that maybe Wabash's best chance, give the ball down low, try to get Randy Ollie out of this game, because it's going to make it much easier on you to score on the putbacks and to get rebounds.
For more information on what it takes to become a Wabash man, visit our website at wabash.edu. Wabash will do a little bit of full court pressure here. Zach Myers hasn't. I need to get it across here. The ball was tipped. Nearly did not get it across there, about at 9 seconds. Poyle is wide open.
And he's going to make that all day.
They don't miss. Goodness, they're shooting 60% for the game. They're 13 of 16 here in the second half. They've only missed 3 shots.
Oh, they're 6 of 11 from behind the arc.
Missed shot by McMahon, rebound Oberlin.
For contrast, Wabash is 4 of 18 from behind the arc.
A combination of smart shots and some good shooting. Ball goes out of bounds. Largest lead of the game for Oberlin, 20 points.
You never like to say a game's out of reach, but this one might just be the bridge too far for the Little Giants.
Here's Johnny Jager from 15 feet. That's Johnny's 5th point.
That's
turnover, and McMahon goes up, missed the layup, rebound Jack Poyle, and a foul on Duncan Roy.
a lot of contact down low for McMahon. No call, but as we've said, you're not going to get that call when you initiate the contact.
(63-45), 3:30 remaining. Not been a fun afternoon.
No, not if you're a Little Giants fan. Now, if you're a Yeomen supporter, then it's been great, but this has not been the game that we thought Wabash would produce.
There's Zach Myers. Oberlin really working the clock now. 10 on the shot clock. Myers from 15 feet, nothing but backboard. Rebound Wabash.
That's the worst shot we've seen him shoot all day.
Here's Johnny, flips it to McMahon. CJ over to Burton, nearly lost it. Inside, Pervlisis missed it, and he's over the back.
And Dan's displeased with himself.
It's the 7th foul on Wabash. Both teams are in the bonus. 2:50 remaining. Matt Walker will shoot bonus. Walker crawls that one in, got the shooter's roll. One more coming for Matt. That is up and good. Timeout Oberlin, 65-45. 2:50 remaining here in the second half. Chadwick Court, Derek Andre, and Clayton Randolph. Not what we were hoping to see out of Wabash this afternoon, but you know, sometimes after a big game like you had on Wednesday, you have days like this.
You do. It's like we always say in soccer, that you're most likely to get scored on 5 minutes after you score. Well, maybe it's the same in basketball. You're most likely to lose a game the game after you win a big one. You don't like to see it. With the loss, Wabash is going to move to 3-7 in the conference. Oberlin's going to go to 5-5. That's not the position that you wanted to be. You want to be in if you're a Little Giants fan. And who knows, though? It's a long season, still a lot of basketball to play. You never know what's going to happen.
65-45.
I think there are 8 conference games still to go for Wabash, so if they can go on a little run, you never know. But
30-second timeout Wabash after the Austin Burton layup. Now they're going to call a full timeout. That's all Wabash has left. Full timeout. 2:38 remains here at Chadwick Court. Wabash down 18 on Wabash TV.
Conveniently located in the heart of campus, the Wabash College Bookstore is your first, best source for showing your Little Giant pride. From clothing for him or her, to hats, accessories, gifts, school supplies, and more, the bookstore has it all. Whether you're an alumnus, student, parent, or just a fan, come and visit us to find that special something for the Wabash person in your life. Wabash always fights.
65-47 here at Chadwick Court. Not been a fun afternoon if you're a Little Giant fan. Oberlin gets it in bounds. This is Zach Myers with it. 2.5 minutes to play. Here comes the triple team. He steps right through it. And the press is easily broken. Myers. Back out to Poyle. 12 on the shot clock, and Duncan Roy is called for a foul.
And that's it for Duncan.
Wabash foul number 11, Duncan Roy, his 5th, team's 8th of that.
Not the day we were hoping for, the Little Giants. Especially with a tough game. What has become for the school a huge rivalry with Wittenberg, based largely on football, but it's now spread to just about every sport. That game coming Wednesday night.
Wabash lost to Wittenberg back on December 2nd, 74-64. That opened up the season as Jaeger fights one into the hole. That's what it's really been, Derek, this afternoon. It's a fight. It's a fight to get the ball in the back bucket.
Well, I couldn't tell you how many times Wabash has hit 2 or 3 sides of the rim and the ball not gone in. And that's just been the story of the afternoon.
Myers. Silverman Lloyd with a 3. That goes over the backboard.
That one clearly did. No contesting that one.
That is true. Ronald Ryan kicks it out. McMahon for 3. That's good. Lead is 13, a minute and a half to play. Oberlin can't put on the brakes here. I mean, you got to score. We have a foul. Coach Brummett not very happy with the call.
Referee about ready, coming over to have a little chat with Coach Brummett.
Zach Myers will shoot 1-on-1. Coach Brummett wanted a foul, or excuse me, a travel called. One more coming for Myers. Let's get a look here. Did he walk? Pivot foot looks to be the left foot. Steps through. Yep, it moved a little bit, didn't it?
It did. The left foot moved, but was the foul before the foot moved is the question.
Oberlin's actually turned the ball over 14 times as Jaeger fires and misses. Rebound Silverman Lloyd, and really no reason for Wabash to foul down 15.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll see Joey Lenke and Trenton McCarthy and Jeff Byrne check into the Wabash lineup. Get a good look there at the freshman.
Logan White will also check in. Logan hadn't played a whole lot here in the second half, got in the first half.
In for Wabash, number 1, Joey Lenke, number 3, Jeff Byrne, number 4, Trenton McCarthy, and number 15, Logan White.
You got to figure that's the sign that Wabash is taking the foot off the gas in this one.
1:08 remaining here in the second half. Chadwick Court, 68-52. Not a great loss for the Little Giants, trying to claim that 4th spot in conference action.
In for Oberlin, number 11, Niall Godfrey.
69, or excuse me, 69-52.
In for Oberlin, number 32, Josiah Walker.
Trent McCarthy has the ball. Wabash will go full court for some reason. Oberlin's pressing here. Maybe just to slow the game down as McMahon goes coast to coast.
Not entirely sure why you'd want to slow the game down if you're Oberlin. Maybe they need time to warm the bus up.
Trying to make Wabash not roll the ball in. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Oberlin.
both teams have pretty well. Travel there. Both teams have pretty well let this one go, it seems.
McCarthy throws that one out of bounds. 21 seconds remaining. 69-54. Niall Gottfried, the freshman from South Orange, New Jersey, handles the ball out front. Shot clock is off. Oberlin will win this one. They'll move to 10-7 on the season. Wabash will drop to 9-7 on the year. Wabash TV here at Chadwick Court. We're back after this.
Conveniently located in the heart of campus, the Wabash College Bookstore is your first, best source for showing your little giant pride. From clothing for him or her, to hats, accessories, gifts, school supplies, and more, the bookstore has it all. Whether you're an alumnus, student, parent, or just a fan, come and visit us to find that special something for the Wabash person in your life. Wabash always fights.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
At the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
Here at Chadwick Court, Coach, it seemed like nothing would just go in the bucket tonight.
It went in the bucket for them. So both ends worked. They proved that. You know, I didn't like our look after about the first 60 seconds. I thought we came out fine, and when Oberlin was going to make it difficult, we didn't handle it real well, and that's really disappointing.
A few days off to work on Wittenberg before you travel over there. What are you looking at in practice this week?
Well, you know, this team's got to continue to learn how hard it's going to be. You can't have effort on Wednesdays and not on Saturdays. The league's too good. You know, we've got a lot to work on. But, you know, mentally we just got to be a little tougher than we are, and we'll talk about it. But when you get to late January and February, you know, it's not so much physical as it is mental, and we did not have a very good mental mindset today.
Coach, thanks for your time, and we'll see you Wednesday. 71-54, our final score here at Chadwick Court. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this to wrap up our show for this afternoon. Here we are courtside. Derek Andre, my partner this afternoon. I'm Clayton Randolph. Really a tough one this afternoon. Wabash just really couldn't get much to fall. Like Coach Brummett said, you heard from him that both ends worked because somehow Oberlin found a way to score.
It wasn't a lot of fun if you're a Wabash fan. Wabash got hammered in the shooting. Oberlin shot 58%, 50% from behind the arc. Wabash barely able to muster 32.5%, 26.3% behind the arc. They didn't make anything. Wabash got beat on the points in the paint. That's a number that Wabash typically doesn't lose. They lost that 28-22. Oberlin did have more turnovers. Wabash able to keep that number down. Oberlin 15. Wabash only had 6 turnovers today, so that's a good statistic. Good takeaway if you had to find something good, but a 71-54 loss, there's not much to make about it.
Especially at home.
Yeah, especially at home. You know, coming off a huge win Wednesday night against a DePaul team that's down this year, a big rivalry game, you've got a chance against a team that you've got to figure you match up with at least fairly well to get a win, to keep the momentum rolling, to keep it going, and you just don't get the job done.
Well, as we wrap things up here, we want to send a big thank you to our entire crew this afternoon who supported us: Austin Myers, Ryan Carnes, Dom, Ben Kramer, Aaron Embry, and Adam Phipps was our graphics and audio mixer. For Derek Andre, I'm Clayton Randolph. Wabash has 2 road games now, Wednesday and Saturday. And the first one is at Wittenberg, so make sure you tune into that one. That one will be heard on WNDY and wabash.edu/live. Again, our final score, 71-54 from Chadwick Court. We're saying good night to everyone.